Polls show the people of California are fed up with the increasingly unpopular measures from far-left Governor Gavin Newsom. One America's Pearson Sharp sat down with Reform California Chairman Carl Demaio to discuss the issue.
While Gavin Newsom won the midterm election in California to become the Golden State's latest governor, he's definitely not winning the love of the people. Since taking office, Newsom has proposed or implemented several disastrously unpopular measures, including free health care for illegal aliens up to the age of 26, a proposed tax on all drinking water, ending the death penalty, and building a high-speed rail to nowhere. One America News sat down with Carl Demaio, a former member of the San Diego City Council and the chairman of Reform California, a political action committee aimed at holding the government accountable. Carl, like many in the state, say it's time for Californians to recall their governor.
Gavin Newsom has shown that he is completely out of touch or completely indifferent to the will of the voters. Gavin Newsom is thumbing his nose at the vote of the people after lying to them on the ballot on Prop 6 on the gas tax repeal. Now he's turning around saying, I'm going to steal the money from these cities if they don't do what I want on this policy or that policy.
And doesn't that seem
again,
like
a majority is opposed to that
especially
idea.
hypocritical of him to do that when he and a bunch of the other Democrats were complaining that President Trump, you can't take away our money if we make this a sanctuary state. You can't do that.
Right.
That's our money. But now, oh, if you don't go along with us, we're going to take your money away.
Oh, the ends justify the means.
But only for them.
The voters that vote in favor of streamlining the death penalty, well, they're just ignorant. He knows better. He literally said that when he announced that he was going to thumb his nose at the will of the voters on death penalty and override their judgment.
So you have 78% of the people who oppose the water tax, 52% of the people who oppose his eliminating the death penalty, 60-some-odd% oppose the high-speed rail. When is he going to start listening to these people, and what is it going to take for the majority of the people who clearly oppose him to decide that they want him out of there?
Well, I think he understands that there's no voice of opposition in California to hold him accountable.
So he doesn't think there's anything to worry about?
Yeah. When was the last time you saw a credible California Republican statewide? So one of the reasons why we created Reform California as a super PAC of concerned citizens.
He wanted to open the borders. He wants to let all the illegals in. He wants to give them driver's licenses, insurance, free housing, and give them the right to vote.
Right.
What's the motivation behind that? What is the strategy behind favoring people who are not citizens over your own countrymen?
The reality is this: someone needs to fight for the voice of the working families, and I think that they really are the forgotten Californians. Just like Donald Trump tapped into the notion that there are forgotten Americans, in California we have the forgotten Californians. That's what Reform California is about, is we're sick and tired of the lack of leadership on the Republican side, just as much as we are concerned about the poor policies on the Democrat side. We're sponsoring ballot measures to put reform on the ballot. We are opposing any tax increase. If you have a tax increase, that's it. Sorry, no more money for government. Voters are leaving the state of California because they can't afford to live here anymore. And where are they moving to? Nevada, Arizona, Texas. They're going to the South. They're going to states that they think are more affordable, but they're not Republican voters in as much as they are liberal voters leaving California because they can't afford anymore. So if you really want to continue to be represented by good elected officials in Georgia, in Florida, in Mississippi, you have an interest.
You have to save California.
You need to light a fire in California, okay?
California is just exporting its brand of liberal socialism.
Exactly,
and
through
it's infecting
voters.
The rest of the country.
I even got donations from people as far away as Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, because they know that if we fight back in California and light a fire in California and go onto the home turf of the liberals in California and start making progress, that frankly, the left is going to have to shift their resources back to California. And so we're making the argument that we all have to work together on targeting some of these legislators and making examples of them and take them out of office. I mean, if you want to get rid of Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House, even if you live in Dubuque, Iowa, you need to worry about California because the road to the majority in the House of Representatives runs through California. The real message is, first and foremost, you're not alone. There are others that are just as angry and frustrated and fearful as you are that the state's going in the wrong direction. Number two, there is a plan to fight back, and that plan actually is showing dividends. And number three, you're needed and you're powerful. If you sit on the sidelines and expect someone to gallop in and save us, some billionaire like George Soros, ain't going to happen. That only happens on the left. This is going to be up to the grassroots, each deciding in their own way, big or small, that they're going to be part of something that's collectively powerful.
In the end, saving California comes down to the voters. If Californians want to see change, then they have to get active and make these changes a reality. That means rallying other voters, donating your time and money, getting involved in grassroots organizations like Reform California, and letting Sacramento know that decades of Democrat leadership have all but broken the once golden state. For any California voters or even viewers who want to help Reform California take back the state, you can visit reformcalifornia.org, where you can donate and learn more ways about why saving California is also saving the entire country. Pearson Sharp, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.